You're watching Pulse for the 9th of July, and it's time for some StarCraft news. In this week's episode, we take a look at some GSL and NASL updates, Nerd Alert's new song, a little bit of Day 9 watch, and more. Let's get started. Here we are again, the StarCraft news and updates for the week. I'm going to start this week's news off with a quick mention. The ladders are now officially locked. But hey, all you StarCrafters out there probably already knew that. I did mention this last week, but let me say it again. During morning maintenance on either Tuesday, July the 19th, or Wednesday, July the 20th, depending on where you are, Season 2 will end, and Season 3 will begin. Season milestone rewards will be locked at this time, and bonus pool will start over. Hidden skill ratings used for matchmaking and league placements will carry over from the previous season, so if you've completed placement matches in a previous season, you'll only need to play one new placement match after Season 3 starts. There you have it. Don't slack now, grind your way up to the top of that division and be ready for the no doubt chaotic start of Season 3. You can read more about all of this below. I'm going to start the tournament and event news with the GSL updates, as I usually do. Let's have a look at what's happening in the GSL July Code S first. In the third playday of the round of 32, the players to advance were the following: OGS Zenio, Zenex Byung, Honghang Prime Wii, and OGS Nada. On day 4 we saw Pult Prime Wii, Liquid Huck, OGS MC, and lastly StarTale's Bomber advanced to the round of 16. Notable players that didn't make it include big names such as IM MVP, SC4U, and OGS Inca, to name just a few. Many were saying that Liquid Huck's games were some of the finest on show over those 2 days, so if you have a chance, be sure to check those out. In the Code A, things are moving ahead quite swiftly as they've already entered and completed their round of 8. Linok Foyu took down MVP Dream, NS Hozio's Tassadar beat MVP Noblesse, Zenex Puzzle beat NS Hozio Van Vanth, and I Am Happy took down ASD Foyu. Quite exciting stuff. Be sure to check back here soon for more on the GSL Code A. Then in the last of the result updates, we have the GSTL Venus and Jupiter's third weeks of play. In Venus, we saw NS Hozio destroy FXO with a score of 4-1, with all 4 of NS Hozio's wins coming from NS Hozio Jakji. And IM beats Zenex with a score of 4-2. In Jupiter, MVP took down OGS with a score of 4-3, with an impressive showing from MVP Dongregu. So if you're keen to read more about any of those results, you can, as always, do so below. The GSL extras, how I've missed you. So in this week's extras, you can check out this tweet wherein MC claims that he will win this season's GSL. Sounds good to me. Then Ryung was the lucky, or I guess skilled player to win the wildcard spot for the next season's up and down matches. There's an interview with Huck over at Team Liquid from after his round of 32 games, and lastly, there's a nice recap post over at Team Liquid Pro titled Liquid in the GSL, also well worth a peek. Check all of that and even a little more out below. Now time for the NASL updates. As you all probably already know, being the informed bunch that you are, the NASL 16-man Grand Finals are this very weekend and are actually, as of recording this, already underway. Now these are set to carry on for the entire weekend, so be sure to check the links below to gather all the information I have on the happenings of the weekend. If you have some time, be sure to hop onto the live stream too, as there will no doubt always be something good going on there, especially with Day 9, Tasteless, Artosis, In Control, and Greetorp casting. So now let's look at what's happening on Day 1. The matchups are as follows: Liquid Red vs TSL Puma, FXO Sheth vs StarTale Squirtle, Mao's Moro vs StarTale July, Mao's Hasuobs vs Fox Moon, Fnatic Sin vs OGS Zenio, ATN's Dark Force against TSL Alive, Dignitas Select vs TT White Raw, and lastly, but by no means least, OGS MC vs Slayer's Boxer. Yes, that one I really want to see. As I mentioned, below you can find links to a finals preview, the threads for the playdays, and even a link to the stream. Check all of that out and enjoy. In the NASL extras, you can check out, as you've been seeing on your screen, some photos of the venue being set up and the players arriving, and you can read about how Strelok couldn't make it and Alive was chosen to replace him. As one last extra, I think this image sums up how the first 2 hours of the NASL stream went down. Thanks Reddit. Yes, it was that bad. I don't want to say too much negative, but it seems like they just weren't prepared. Low sound volume, terrible camera work, no in-game sounds, and too many delays. So that's all of it. Thanks to Team Liquid for the amazing coverage of the event, and I hope you're all tuned in and soaking it all up, good or bad. Read more below. With that done, let's head on over to the StarCraft II tournament and event smalls. In the tournament and event smalls, you can read about Day 9's after hours gaming venture with the roster including Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Twitter and more. It's pretty interesting. Day 9 and Husky join IPL's casting squad. Boxer, MMA and Choya are set to attend MLG Anaheim. Read about the €15,000 Asus Republic of Gamers tournament at Assembly Summer. Also over at Team Liquid, you can read about the DreamHack Valencia Invitational and about the qualifiers for IEM at Gamescom. Now jumping straight to the community news, here we have something I don't think I really even needed to talk about, but I will anyway. So it all started with the article that the guys, or girls I suppose, over at Kotaku posted. This wasn't just any article, it was titled Professional Gaming on the Downturn. Cheesy TV to blame, and written or typed by a woman named Jen Schiller. It focuses on an interview that was done with pro gamer David Treacy, or Zachabus. And, well, it has caused a lot of rage in the community, as it was pretty much just filled with slander and lies. And I really do mean a lot of rage. One of the silliest parts of the whole thing was that Jen actually criticized everyone for lashing back at her after she, as Reddit user NeoNarg said, pretty much publicly took a dump all over the entire community. In the end, though, Kotaku does win, as they are getting the page views they want, regardless of the reason therefore. So I won't go into too much rage-evoking detail here, but I will say that you should probably check this article out, and then check all the responses out too. The guys at PC Gamer were the first of the lot with a huge editorial titled, "Sorry Kotaku, but you were wrong about pro gaming," on why the author loved pro gaming and how it was actually on the rise, a direct response to Kotaku's piece. Six Jacks Gaming and Doa responded by writing a parody of the post titled Professional Gaming on an Upswing, Growing Fan Base to Blame. DJ Wheat tweeted at Kotaku, the Reddit guys set up a few images, as they always do, GTV set up a post, and, well, many others. You can find all of them linked below, and be sure to check them out and let me know what you think about all of it. Does it really hurt the community when a site as big or popular as Kotaku posts something like this? Were the guys and girls that were getting totally bent out of shape overreacting? I'd love to hear it all, so don't hold back. Husky and Kurt, Nerd Alert, are back with yet another video. This one was done specifically for Husky StarCraft's 500,000 subscriber mark, and well, it's getting some mixed reviews, I guess. The video is titled Void Rays and is a parody of, wait for it, Rebecca Black's Friday. Yes, that was the first problem, I think. This video came out a good couple of months too late, and I think everyone's all Fridayed out already. What others are saying is the video sounds way too much like Nerdlert's other hit, Banelings, as they even use the exact same chord progressions, apparently. I don't know, I personally thought the video and song were both a lot of fun, and once again kudos to Husky and Kurt for setting something up with such amazing production value. I suppose it doesn't really matter what people think about the video. Getting 500,000 subscribers is quite a feat, and Husky is doing more than most people at bringing StarCraft 2 and esports in general to the mainstream. So check the video out right here on YouTube. It is, as I mentioned, quite a lot of fun. Grats once again to Husky, and here's to another 500,000. Now for some Day 9 updates. Yes, Day 9, we've not spoken about him for quite some time, have we? Well, let's get right to it. It was recently Day 9's 25th birthday, as some of you probably already know, and to celebrate this, the guys and girls from over at the Day 9 Fan YouTube channel set an amazing and amazingly funny video up of snippets of a bunch of older dailies put together. Unit sounds and impersonations, dancing, singing, clowning about, saying the word penis a few too many times, toothbrushing, and even the number J. There's a lot to see, and it's well worth checking out. A few extras in this week's Day 9 watch. You can also check out another video of Day 9 Daily in a nutshell. It is really quite accurate, and you can also read a lot about his new tournament or league, After Hours Gaming. Then in a few quick StarCraft related art or image updates, below you can check out an incredibly interesting thread over at Team Liquid titled StarCraft II meets famous literature. This was set up by a user named Kalani and has some of the coolest and funniest pieces in it that I've ever seen. The Great Graxby, The Chronicles of Naniwa, To Kill a Mutalisk. Those are just a few. Check the entire thread out below. Then here's a quick image and wallpaper for the lot of you, courtesy of Reddit. Yes, that is in fact the girl from Tychus Findlay's shoulder. With that done, let's head on over to the community smalls. In this week's smalls, over at the official site, you can check out Achievecraft number 8, Shock and Awe. You can read about how Battle.net mobile authenticators are now available for Windows Phone 7 devices. You can check out the latest custom map spotlight and a poll titled Good Eats. Then Blizzard has been trolling the drop hackers. You can read more about that over at Team Liquid. Senate Bill 978 is apparently not a big deal. Check that article out, which I'm sure a lot of you will be interested in over at This Is My Next. Then, a bit off topic, South Korea is set to host the 2018 Olympics. StarCraft II at the Olympics, anyone? Sounds good to me. You can check out Southeast Asia's Grandmaster Manual. Apparently a custom Battle.net server has been created by Chinese modders. Check out an interesting article titled Moms Playing StarCraft. Preposterous. Are we going to be receiving new Blizzard information from Gamescom? Perhaps on Heart of the Swarm? Maybe even Diablo 3? Read more about that over at Geek Sailor. Then an interesting article over at Late Night Marketing titled DreamHack, the Mecca of Esports and Gaming. You can check out the race win rates, updated for June, over at Reddit. And then a couple of interviews. One with Idra, one with Grubby, one with Sen. You can check out a message from Korea number 5, this one featuring OGS Nada, an interview with FXO Slog, an interview with Vile Spanishiwa. Apparently SK Gaming has closed their StarCraft II division. Jimpo, Joe and Inu have been released. VT Gaming is no more. Itsuko has picked up Juan Sin. The Muslim is apparently heading to the EG house in the US. Changes have been made to Mousesport's StarCraft II division. You can get a Liquid DreamHack replay pack over at Team Liquid. You can check a bunch of interesting Destiny pieces out. A Destiny fan apparently cares a lot about Destiny's play. Check out Destiny doing the derp build, Destiny's 4 Infester hit squad, Destiny versus the script kiddies, the full story. Then check out StarCraft Episode 1, Descent, Element TD over at SC2 Mapster, and lastly in the smalls, you can check out the front cover artwork for StarCraft Ghost Spectres. That's all I have for you in the StarCraft news this week. Check back here soon for more. Enjoy the NASL finals this weekend, but most importantly, happy StarCrafting.